The storm within when Amara Benson first walked through the wrought iron gates of Crestwood High, nestled in the upscale suburbs of Raleigh, North Carolina. She didn't expect warmth or welcome. She was used to navigating new environments, used to reading the air, used to being the outsider. Crestwood, with its manicured lawns and gleaming hallways, was a world apart from the modest neighborhoods she had grown up in. But she carried herself with quiet poise, eyes forward, and expectations low. She was prepared for the stares, the side glances from girls who never had to think twice about their place in the world. She braced herself for whispered comments, for the cafeteria cliques, for the invisible boundaries between us and them. What she hadn't prepared for was Jordan Barrett. Jordan, with his carefully styled hair and confident smirk, was the unspoken king of Crestwood. He moved through the school like he owned it, and maybe he did, in a way. From the first day Amara arrived, he zeroed in on her. It wasn't a crush, not curiosity. It was something colder. The way a predator circles new prey. At first it was subtle. A bump in the hallway that sent her off balance, an elbow that didn't quite feel accidental. But it escalated quickly. A soda poured over her books. A lunch tray knocked from her hands. Notes left in her locker with words that made her stomach turn. She met each incident with the same response, quiet endurance. What Jordan didn't know, what none of them knew, was that Amara Benson was no stranger to discomfort. She had been trained since she was small not just to survive difficulty, but to master it. Her grandfather, a retired martial arts instructor from Houston, had spent every summer shaping her into something deeper than strong. He taught her discipline, control, the art of patience that he used to tell her. The wind does not break the mountain. The mountain endures. So she endured. Each shove, each word, each small act designed to break her. Because she knew breaking wasn't something they could do to her unless she allowed it. Still, patience had limits. It was a sweltering Thursday afternoon when everything changed. The school bus hissed as it stopped at her usual drop-off. The pavement shimmered with heat. Amara adjusted her backpack and began her usual walk, ignoring the line of SUVs glinting behind her. She didn't hear the footsteps at first, but she felt the shift in the air. Jordan and two of his friends had followed her. Their laughter was low and mean. "Hey, girl," Jordan called, his voice cocky. "You forgot something. Respect." She kept walking. "Too good to talk now?" sneered Wes, one of Jordan's cronies. "Where do you think you're going?" A rock clattered past her foot, bouncing off the curb. That was enough. She stopped. The cicadas buzzed around them. There were no cars passing, no adults nearby. Just Amara and the three boys. They formed a loose triangle around her. Jordan stepped forward, reaching for the strap of her bag, yanking it back. She stumbled. But then, like the flick of a switch, everything shifted. Her feet pivoted, her balance grounded. In one smooth motion, she twisted his wrist, brought him to the pavement, and pinned him with a grip that left no room for resistance. Wes and the other boys stood frozen. Amara didn't raise her voice. She didn't threaten. She simply held Jordan in place with practiced calm, her expression unreadable. "Your mistake," she said quietly, "was thinking I needed to fight to beat you." Then she released him that he scrambled back in silence, shock written across his face. She shouldered her bag, walked past them, and didn't look back. She didn't need to. The next day, Jordan wasn't at school. Rumors swirled. Some said he'd gotten into a fight with a college student. Others whispered about an off-campus incident with the police. No one looked twice at Amara. No one imagined the quiet girl who sat at the back of the class with perfect posture had anything to do with it. But something had shifted, not just in the halls, but in the way people looked at her. She wasn't invisible anymore. There was hesitation now. Caution. That week, for the first time, someone joined her at lunch. Tessa Martin, a bubbly junior from her English class, slid into the seat across from her and smiled nervously. "Hey, you mind if I sit here?" Amara nodded, offering a quiet, polite smile. Tessa was followed by Dylan, a soft-spoken boy from the art room, who looked equally unsure but took the seat beside her. It wasn't much, but it was something. Jordan returned 2 days later. His wrist was wrapped in a brace. His walk was slower. He passed Amara without a word, his usual smirk gone. She could have left it there, could have let it fade into rumor and silence. But the thing about power built on fear, it doesn't fade quietly. It crumbles. And when it does, it lashes out that he started small. A locker jammed shut. Her textbooks vanished from her desk. Comments muttered just loud enough to be heard. But this time, no one laughed along. The boys who used to trail him were less confident now. Less bold. At home, Amara trained. Her mother didn't know the extent of her training. She knew about the karate classes, the studio summers with her grandfather, but not the depth of it, not the meditations, the focus, the hours of slow, deliberate repetition that had taught Amara not just how to defend herself, but how to know when not to. "You okay, sweetheart?" her mom asked one evening, pausing at the garage door. "I'm good," Amara said between movements. "I'm ready." She meant it. The pressure built again at school. Jordan's fuse burned shorter by the day. And then it happened that a freshman, skinny, braces, clutching his books, bumped into Jordan near the gym. The crowd saw it unfold. Jordan shoved the kid hard. Twice. Blood smeared the boy's lip. His books scattered across the floor. People stood frozen. Amara didn't. She stepped through the crowd, helped the boy collect his books, and sent him on his way. Then she faced Jordan. "You," he snarled. "You started all this." Amara didn't answer, but he shoved her. Hard, in an instant, she pivoted. His force became his downfall. She caught his wrist, turned it, and dropped him to his knees with effortless control. This time, everyone saw. Cameras clicked. Gasps echoed. And when she released him, Jordan crumpled. "You'll regret this," he hissed. But the crowd had already decided. She didn't reply. She walked away. No one clapped. No one needed to. The king of Crestwood had fallen, and not with a punch, but with the quiet dignity of someone who knew exactly what they were doing. The following Monday, everything changed. Whispers still followed her through the halls, but they weren't mocking anymore. They carried respect. Fear, maybe. But more than that, curiosity. Jordan, meanwhile, faded. His jokes landed flat. His friends peeled away. One week he was benched from the soccer team for insubordination. The next, suspended for trashing a locker. His power wasn't taken. It crumbled. And everyone watched it happen. One afternoon, Amara was stacking books in the library when Tessa approached again. "A few of us are meeting to study," she said, glancing down shyly. "Wanna come?" This time, Amara didn't hesitate. Sure. They spent hours laughing, studying, sharing stories. Slowly, Amara found herself welcomed, not as a curiosity, but as someone real. She joined the art club. Her sketches of martial stances caught attention. She started tutoring freshmen in math and science. She wasn't trying to be popular. She just was who she was. And for the first time, that was enough. One cold evening, she sat on the porch with her mother, sipping tea. "You've changed," her mom said. "You seem stronger." Amara smiled. "I think I just remembered who I am." "I'm proud of you," her mom said softly. "Your grandfather would be, too." Amara looked at the stars above and nodded. At Crestwood, the seasons turned. New students came. New challenges arrived. But something fundamental had shifted. Amara Benson wasn't just the new girl anymore. She was a presence. She was the storm no one saw coming. And as she walked the halls, calm, quiet, steady, she carried with her a strength not loud or flashy, but undeniable. Because true strength isn't about being feared, it's about being unshakable, that it's about dignity. Resilience. Knowing who you are and never letting anyone decide that for you.